Oh man, dude. World Cup soccer, dude. World Cup soccer. Saying those European soccer fans. God, they go crazy, dude. Imagine like you play over there in Europe with the soccer, the passing, and man, you score, you win. I bet they go bonkers, dude. I bet they get really into it, don't they? For soccer, European soccer thing. We're saying like for World Cup, like soccer would be like if you kept up with that sport and you had a affinity for it, but you're like an NBA player, kind of like you kind of if you did more basketball, dude. If you did more basketball, or whatever. If you could do like a 360 dunk, if you could do like a 360 dunk, but you also like, and you were actually good at basketball too. You're doing run the fucking fast breaks and 3-on-1s and being cool with it there too. Kind of what it all comes down to. It's kind of what it all comes down to is how are you running the fucking little 3-on-2, 3-on-1 situations, 2-on-1 situations. What it's all about. It's all creating those advantages. Like tennis. Tennis, man. Tennis. I'd be like, yo, dude, put all that mental energy behind me being top 5 in tennis, dude. And you do that, and we're on phone calls and FaceTimes and Zoom calls, and put all that mental energy, behind me being top 5 in tennis, whatever it is. Okay. Now, when it comes through cash and checks, 5 years later, 3 years later, whatever it is, 7 years later, boom, I get you that beach condo, just paid. Boom, get you that Porsche, boom, just paid. Okay. Isn't that what it's all about? Isn't it so much easier when you have that, when you have a few people in your pocket that are actually giving you that uplifting spirit? Isn't it easier? You can already envision it in your mind if you have that doing your fucking thing. But I don't think anyone's rallying around something like that if there's no payoff at the end. You got to look at, hey, they are paying these T players, whatever, a little bit more, or soccer, or acting, or just got to look at what the salaries are. Just got to look it up. But yeah, we're saying if you were, let's say, soccer and basketball, kind of, when you were going, pretty far with basketball, and you could 360 dunk, but you kept up with soccer and you still had an affinity for it, man, there's no way you wouldn't be on the national team, dude. 360 dunk, dude. I don't think anyone on that squad could do anything like that.